Hi, I'm back. I had so much energy and excitement yesterday, and within one day, all doubts have started creeping in. Can I really do this? Is this helping anyone at all? Is this worth it? What are people going to think? Oh my god, this is exactly how it was on my weight loss journey. Also, the first few days, there's so much energy and motivation, and I make all these plans, and slowly it just dies down. And how? We are not going to let that happen. Welcome back. So, today is day one of those little things that I did that worked. Step one, rather, is acceptance and decision. So, before I start, I just want to share one small story or situation or whatever. So, normally, I fit into sizes M here in the US, and that's a large 2XL in India. That's how I have mostly been, I think. Now, when I put on a lot of weight, I moved to almost large XL here, and in India that was some XXXL, like 3XL or 4XL, and even that would not fit me well. It was so disheartening to see that label, and I had given that label so much power over me. I hated buying new clothes. I didn't want to take care of myself. I didn't want to dress up. It didn't matter what was I wearing, because I knew from within that it won't look good. That is where uh, the whole acceptance had to come in, because I was denying, like I could not believe what had happened to me. How had I let this happen to me? uh, and finally I had to accept that, okay, this is where I am now. Doesn't mean I have to stop taking care of myself. I have to be really grateful that I'm still alive, irrespective of whatever the situation is. My body is with me still. It has not given up on me, so I should not give up on it. That was my first step of acceptance. I remember one day I was standing in front of the mirror, and I tucked my tummy in, okay, because I was not liking how I was looking. And I just took a deep breath and exhaled, and I let my tummy loose. And that bulge came out, that balloon like thing, and I cried. I cried so much. What have I done? This cannot be my future. Whatever has happened till now has happened. It's fine. Whatever I neglected myself, I didn't take good care. I let loose. Now, this cannot be my future. So I had to accept. I wrote a mind cleanse letter. This is an activity that I've been practicing for a while now. I learned this from Kartika Nair from Synchro Shakti, from her classes. So I wrote a mind cleanse letter of all those negative thoughts that I have about myself. What have I done? How can I be like this? How can I be so lazy? How is this even a possibility? Whatever. There was anger, frustration, disappointment, agitation, sadness. Oh my god, so much, that feeling of being disheartened, everything. I cried. 3 pages I wrote, or more, I don't know. I just wrote it all, throughout all those emotions out of my head. When you're writing on paper, don't we don't have to think anything. It's just your body knows, and your hand will keep moving, and I'm scratching everything out. After that was when a sense of clarity settled in. I tore that paper off and I burnt it, and I watched it burn, and this is not me anymore. That was my first step of acceptance. Okay, this is where I am. So I have to learn to take care of myself from here. When I know this is where I have landed, neglecting myself will keep me here for the rest of my life. That is not what I want. So accepting what has happened, now for the change, how do I take better care of myself from here? Not I'll take care of myself when I get to some health state. No, from here, how can I dress up better? How can I give myself the confidence? How can I believe that I still look good, because I know I'm progressing further? So that really helped me, was acceptance. Now, once the acceptance happened, the decision of change was going hand in hand with that. That, okay, I am changing, and I don't want any goals, any pressure. I don't know where I'm going to land in a few months. Will I stick with this? Will I continue? What if I do something, I lose weight, then it comes back? Because I've had that pattern, right? None of those things. No future, just knowing that I'm committing to was the core for me of committing to change and not giving up. However long it takes, it's okay. However small a step, it's okay. Whatever tiny result is okay. No result is also okay, as long as I'm feeling good and better. Then I had to get clarity on what that future self of me looks like. And there was no clarity. I just knew I had to lose some amount of weight. Beyond that, I don't know. I have to be healthy, I have to be fit, and I have to have good energy, and I should look good in, in the clothes that I wear. And I should look good in photos. That was that was the only vision of the future I had. And that's good to start with. And as I committed to this journey and I've been moving forward, more desires, more clarity of my future self has been coming to me, and I am working towards that. So what I started with and what I want the future self to be like further has been changing, but in a positive way and progressively changing, and I'm getting more clarity and I'm working towards it, and I feel good as I cross every milestone. Now, when you define that first basic future self, right, where you have to be, because whenever we are going, when we leave from a place, we have to know where are we headed. That's why you have to have some clarity on where are you going. So that's why I had to identify with a future self where I had to reach. What do I have to look like? What do I have to be? And everything. So I started with that journey, and now all decisions that I make have to come from my future self. What do I mean by this is, I'm so used to saying that I always do this, I always take that road, I always eat that extra dessert, I always walk only for 20 minutes, whatever, right? I always used to do that. Those have kept me here where I was, where I didn't want to be. So now what do I have to do is what that future self would do. Would she still eat when she's full? No. Would she not go for a walk just because she's lazy? No. Would she criticize herself unnecessarily? No. Would she put herself down? No. So I will do all the things that she does. That's why the clarity of what your future self is like was very important for me, because I would then take decisions and act on those decisions based on what she would be like. Even if, for example, let's say I have to change the way my home looks, okay, and you're drawing inspiration from different places, you're seeing videos or whatever. When you buy new things, it's based on what you've seen in those videos you'll buy, not the same things that you've been buying always, right? The difference, do you see that you want to make those decisions from a future point of view? Otherwise you will be where you are. That's why sticking to your old habits that are not helping will keep you where you are, and you will never be able to move forward. So I had to learn that. And oh my god, those old habits are so strongly inculcated. It's not easy to break that. And body also doesn't really believe, okay, when I said that, oh, I'm going to be committed, it's like, come on, another commitment that she's going to fail at. That's exactly how it thought, and I don't blame it for thinking like that, because that's how I've been always. So how do I give it proof that no, this time I'm serious, this time I'm going to make a change? So it took some time for the body to also to come on board. Now it knows, okay, like I have that connection now with my body, that I know when I'm genuinely tired, when I want to take a break, versus when I'm lazy, or when I'm getting full and I want to stop eating, all those things. So that connection with the body and that decision of, what my future self would decide, I do the same thing and I stick with that decision. That is like the most important thing. Deciding is easy, but sticking to that decision is the hard part, because like I said, with so much energy and momentum, we make random decisions immediately in that moment. But as time passes and fear comes in, laziness comes in, and all that, your old habits come in, sticking with that decision is so damn difficult. That's why whenever I decide something, whatever is it in that direction, I have to take a step now, even if it's very small. Even if I have to modify the decision, it's okay. Like when you have more information, more clarity, things will change, that's okay. But if I've decided that I have to go for a walk, no matter what, I have to go for a walk, even if it's just 5 minutes or whatever. There have been days when I could not step out for a walk, but I've just worn my workout clothes and sat there for 2 minutes, walked in place, and I've changed. Even that helps. Even that 5-minute effort that you put towards changing your outfit into your workout clothes also tells your body that you're serious, you're committed, and that you're not giving up. So those were the two main things, like the foundation or the crux of it all. One is to accept this is where I am now, and it's fine. I'm grateful that I'm alive. This is giving me another chance to change. That acceptance and deciding what I want to do next, and knowing that this is not how I want my future to be. So these two are like the foundation of it all, the crux of it all. And with this came the steps alongside whatever that I did for my weight loss journey, that I'll take you along in the next few days. And if you've stayed till here, that means you're committed. And if you want to be on this journey with me, and if you feel whatever I shared resonates, then I want to give you homework. Okay. First thing is accept where you are. Stop denying. Whatever has happened. Let your past go. Forgive yourself. It's okay. What has happened. Let it go. Accept. If you take some time out for yourself, like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever. Sit with yourself. Write down all those negative thoughts, that crappy energy that's not helping you anymore. What's in your head is what is eating you up. Just let it all out. Curse yourself, be angry, be upset, or whatever. Throw it all out on paper, scribble it out, scream, anything. Move that energy, scribble it out. You can tear that paper off and you can burn it, flush it safely, in a safe way. Do that. That is number one. Second thing is committing to yourself. Make a small commitment that you're going to stick with this journey. That's all, and you won't give up. That's the most important thing. I don't want any major commitment that I'm going to do this for the next 3 months, 9 months, 7 months, 3 hours, nothing. It's just about being with yourself, being there for you, supporting you. Make that commitment, have that clarity that my life is going to be different and I'm okay with it because I'm working towards it. And I will give my body time to adjust and adapt, even if it's not on board immediately, to be okay with it. Then decision. For that, you have to know what your future self looks like. For that, you can cleanse out your social media. You can draw some inspiration from people, books, friends that you see, whatever it is. Have some clarity towards what you want to look like, and what decisions would that future self take, and we will stick with those decisions in the next all our lives, whatever decision that we're making. So that I want you to have some clarity on what your future self looks like. Where do you want to go? Like I said, when we start a journey, we have to have a destination, so we move towards it. The destination can always change, which is fine. As we move forward, we will know, we'll get more clarity, but have an understanding of where do you have to go. What does that future self look like? What is your ideal weight that you would want to be in? What kind of clothes would you wear? What kind of food would you eat? Where would you hang out? How would you feel on a daily basis? What are your thoughts like? What are your emotions like? Ponder over these thoughts, get some clarity, and yeah, this is the foundation, this is the crux. Accept and decide, and we will add more steps tomorrow.